Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you are.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Brittany. I'm back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. We are here with episode 12. Yeah, 12 of Baddies Midwest. This episode was kind of like a filler episode, but no lie. There's a few things I want to talk about, so I gotta, so let's just get straight into it. So this episode starts with Natalie telling Tinkerbell, like, okay, we about to go see Wild 'N Out, yeah. So apparently they're about to go on a Wild 'N Out tour with the Wild 'N Out gang, and it's just like, okay, like, I like when the girls do other things other than fight, like, I like their, little get-togethers, but y'all know why. Their Wild 'N Out tour, their performance was, I would say the word cringe. And I saw videos on TikTok of it live, and I'm glad that the audience was feeling the cringeness that I was feeling as I was watching it. So yeah. Natalie tells Tinkerbell, we're about to go see Wild 'N Out, we're about to join the Wild 'N Out cast on stage in arena. Everybody go get dressed, woo. So it's like, cool. The baddies are joining Nick Cannon and the Wild 'N Out gang. Yay. But then Natalie, Roelly, Jayla, and Scotty, yeah, they talk about the whole moving of the name thing. And no lie, I don't like in this scene how Natalie tried to carry the conversation, because it seemed like Jayla and Roelly and Scotty wanted to put their input in, but Natalie kind of carried the conversation, and she talked about how they thought that it was funny, how everybody thought it was funny except for Ivory. Jayla felt like it wasn't that serious. And of course, Natalie's on this whole, like, oh, we used to do pranks on Bad Girls Club. It was supposed to be funny. But I don't know y'all, but I'm a huge Bad Girls Club fan. Every time somebody played the prank on Bad Girls Club, it was a fight that broke out. When they were putting hot sauce in the juices, it was fights. When they were, people were fighting on Bad Girls Club over pranks because they didn't like one another. So it's like, I hate this whole perception that Ivory was tripping. It wasn't that serious. But it's just like, y'all put somebody that she didn't like in her room, and she had a natural reaction by fighting that person, and y'all thought she was gonna laugh at it. Like, I'm confused on why they thought she was gonna think this was gonna be a kiki. It's like, no, what's funny? So Natalie and her bedazzled edges was just like, oh, but I'll take the blame for it. I guess we can't do pranks anymore. It's like, of course you're gonna take the blame for it, because you did it. Like, why would somebody else take the blame for something that they didn't do? Like, you did it. So yeah, take the blame for it. But y'all, however, they tell us, Natalie said that as they were giving out the chains or whatever, Ivory pulls her to the side. It was just like, yo, if you give Big Lex this chain, then I'm gonna fight y'all. And I see why Natalie wanted Scotty to present the chain, because Natalie probably wanted to get the chain to Big Lex, but Natalie didn't want no smoke with Ivory, so she just like, shoot. How about Scotty, the nice girl, present the chain, okay? Because, yeah, and then Scotty said the same thing, that basically Ivory was just like, yo, if y'all give Big Lex this chain, then I'm gonna park y'all, like, for real. And Scotty's just like, oh, you trying to bully us, and well, clearly it worked. Y'all got bullied, y'all scared of Ivory, and Ivory bullied y'all, because guess what? Y'all gave the chain to Jazz. So it's just like, y'all literally just proved the point that, and Roelly sitting here talking about, oh, Ivory came in here talking about she didn't want to be a bully, but it's giving bully. It's like, why didn't y'all say anything? Because y'all as OGs, y'all let Lil Ivory from Now That's TV come in and tell y'all who to give the chain to, and y'all supposed to be the OGs. You know, the OG is not OG in this season, and I don't like that, because at this point, all y'all need to go home for that, because who the hell is Ivory to tell y'all who to not get the chain to? Because y'all know Jazz didn't deserve that chain, and Roelly sitting here saying, but she didn't like how Jazz was about to get the chain to somebody else. Hence another reason why Big Lex deserved the chain, but y'all didn't want to give the chain to Big Lex, because Ivory said she was gonna beat y'all ass if y'all gave the chain to Big Lex. So it's just like, what's going on, Scotty? Natalie? Like, it's giving that y'all scared of Ivory, and I don't like that. Then Roelly talks about how she let Slim be her assistant, blah, 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 blah. She said, oh, Slim just wants to be on the show. She doesn't care about me. She just wants to be on the show. And it's just like, but you let her on the show. So it's just like this whole rant that you're going on right now about Slim only wanting money and be on Baddies is irrelevant, because you let her on the show. Like, if you really felt like Slim doesn't care about you and she only in here for the clout of Baddies, you're giving her that clout by putting her on that show. Because regardless of if you put her on as your assistant or not, we're watching her be your assistant. We're laughing at her, hence giving us entertainment, hence giving her a check. So it's like, don't sit here and talk about how somebody want clout off of you and they don't care about you if you giving them clout. Because if I were you, I would have been like, nah, you just want to be on Baddies. You're a clout chaser. So no, I'm going to give you this resume to McDonald's or Wendy's, or maybe even Chick-fil-A. Nah, Slim gives Arby's. I can see Slim lurking at Arby's. And I don't even eat Arby's, but I can see her working at Arby's. Maybe Burger. Nah, Arby's. But yeah, for her to say that, talking about Slim, like, oh, she don't care about me, she just want to be on the show, but you let her be on the show, and the fact that she's saying it like it's a flex, I let her do it as my assistant, it's like, no lie, that's making you look kind of, well, for me personally, it's making Roelly look kind of weird too, because you're saying you don't want to give nobody no clout, but you're giving him clout. And the fact that she thinks that it's a gag, that it's her assistant, like, yeah, this gonna be a kiki, like, no, like, you're not doing anything but putting her on the show, giving her more followers, because people gonna be under Slim comments talking crap. LOL, you Roelly's assistant, but that's giving her engagement. Like, girl, please learn how this works. Like, you could have just said no, girl. You should have just said no. So then, Natalie tells them, like, yeah, we're going to see Wildin' now, and they're excited, they're happy, and Scotty's just like, oh, as long as I can shake my ass. It's like, girl, what else were you gonna do? Something intelligent? You was gonna dance, sing, or something? Like, girl, no, all you have is your ass to shake. And it's just like, that, girl, that's all we know you as, you know, like, what else were you gonna do, girl? Like, we don't want to see nothing else from you. Like, girl, turn around and shake that ass and get off the stage. And so then after that, Emma starts to tell us, Pretty P, Big Lex, and Jazz, trying to prove that she's not boring by telling us that, you know, her bowels are moving. And the crazy thing is, she said it like 5 times. If she would have said it one time in a funny way, like, ooh, y'all, I gotta poop, I would have been like, oh, okay. But, like, girl, we heard you the first time. She said it like 4 times, and at this moment, it's like, girl, we don't care about what's coming out of your beehole. Like, girl, go somewhere. Like, we still think you boring. Now we just know that you gross. Like, ew, bye. Pretty P says that it is what it is with Diamond, you know, it really doesn't matter. And they asked Big Lex about Ivory, and Big Lex says that, you know, Ivory's gonna want to keep going, so she's going to keep going with Ivory. And y'all know why. I do like Big Lex, but her confessionals are dramatic. It doesn't seem too natural. Like, it just seems... It's just like, girl, like, relax, like, calm down. Like, you know, you can still talk, be yourself. Like, you don't gotta be that dramatic. Like, I like you. It seems like people like you, but the way she's coming off in confessions, just like she's trying to come off more sassier and harder than she is. And it's just like, you don't gotta do all that, Big Lex. Like, relax, honey, relax. Oh, So y'all forgot about this part. They asked Jazz about her chain. They congratulate her. And Big Lex also says, like, she's not gonna say if it's wrong or right, but what Summer did. But Big Lex tells her that, you know, she feels like she should have embraced herself getting the chain instead of, you know, just saying somebody else deserves it. And Jazz proceeds to say, well, you know, it don't matter. I stay in the California king bed. You know, I got plenty of chains. I got this, I got that. And it's just like, I mean, I agree with Big Lex, and you should have just given the chain to the runner-up, Big Lex, if you already got so many chains and you got your California king bed at home. And no lie, I see what they're saying about Jazz. It seemed like she just like, I already got this, already. Like, Jazz is a baddie, 100%, but she just come off where it's like, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. And it's just like, well, these other girls at the table don't have that, you know? So it really is kind of coming off. And it's like, it's nothing wrong with being confident within yourself and having these things, but it's like, girl, in every sentence, we don't need to know about, you know, like, we just asked you about your chain, and then the next sentence you like, why are we talking about what kind of bed you sleep in? Like, how did we get here? How did we get here? But y'all, Big Lex kind of clocked it though. She said that, you know, Jazz is doing all this, talking about what she has, what, you know, yeah, what she has, what bed she sleeps in, what chain she has, and that she didn't really need the baddie chain. But it's like, Big Lex said in her confessional where it's like, girl, you're saying all this, but the only reason why you're getting clout on this season is because of Summer. Mind you, it is kind of corny that Summer keeps picking with her, but the thing is, if Summer didn't start picking with her, then it's like Jazz wouldn't have any camera time. Like, her confessionals aren't funny. They're not really showing us what she's wearing, what she's doing. Like, if it weren't for Summer, she would be like Emma, just in the background. It seems like Jazz wants to have those funny key moments, but it's like they're not really landing. And it's like, I hate that she's making it seem like that's not what it is. But it's like, girl, that is what it is. So it's cool. Girl, how about you go back to your California king bed? Because clearly this show is above you. You got a California king bed. You already got chains. So it's just like, you don't even need no clout off of Baddies. Because it's like, what are you gaining from this show? Like, I'm confused. Like, it seemed like she just thinks like she's above this. Where it's just like, girl, I have 42 Doug. I was on this. I was on that. I got a king bed. But it's like, these other girls are on this show, these new girls, because they don't have that. They want that. Like, Big Lex wanted that chain. You talk about you don't need it, and that's why you're trying to give it away. It's just like, I'm confused on why she's here then, because people go on these shows to make a name for themselves, and it seems like Jazz not even trying to make a name for herself. She's trying to still be Cash Doll's friend, or the girl that did this, the girl that did that. It's like, who is Jazz? Who is Jazz? Who is Jazz? Because the only thing I know about you now, I guess I can add to the list that she's sleeping in a California king bed. Like, we still don't know who you are. So it's just like, Jazz, you know, I ain't gonna say, I am gonna say that. Jazz, you cute and you a baddie, and it's okay for you to be cute, confident and all that, but you need to humble yourself because, and y'all gonna think I'm hating if I say this, and I don't care, but you're not what you think. Like, no lie. And I'm sorry that I'm saying this, but Jazz, yeah, you doing all this, but it's like, you're not who you think you are, because you're not showing us you. You're only showing us what you have, who you're around. It's like, we kind of getting glimpses of who these other girls are somewhat, but I still don't know who Jazz is. So for you to sit here and keep throwing out your materialistic things, it's just like, at this point, girl, just keep fighting Summer, because that's the only type of entertainment and screen time you gonna get, because everything else is a boo, next. So then, DTV and Tinkerbell are talking to Ivory, and apparently Ivory is still mad about this whole changing of the rooms things, and her and Big Lex both said in their conversations with other people that they feel like it was super petty that the OGs did this, and they want to know who did it. But for some reason, Ivory doesn't agree. She's being delulu at the fact that Natalie did this. Maybe because she hasn't been on Zeus that long, where she doesn't understand how petty and messy Natalie is. But it's like, nah, girl, Natalie did this. And they're asking her, like, oh, if Natalie did it, would you be willing to fight Natalie? But she's like, Natalie didn't do it. But girl, Natalie did it, honey. So, are you going to fight Natalie or not? And I hope she does fight Natalie. No lie. But Tinkerbell asked her a good question. She asked her, does she want to keep fighting Big Lex because she feel like she doesn't get her how she wanted to? But Ivory just like, oh no, I just want to fight her over the principal. And it's just like, girl, what, like, at this point, how many times you gonna keep fighting her over the principal? It's giving you want to keep fighting her because you not getting her as good as you want to. Because I really do feel like if Ivory were to beat her ass like she did somebody like Ferrari or the girls on Young and Reckless, then it's like she would probably, no, like Ivory is kind of a bully, so she probably wouldn't. But it's like if she was getting Big Lex how she wanted to, she'll probably drag the situation, but she wouldn't want to keep fighting her. So it's just like, I personally feel like, girl, you want to keep fighting her because you didn't get that girl how you wanted to. And it's like, girl, that's okay, Ivory, like, that's okay, girl. Yeah, because, girl, you still got glasses on, and Big Lex, she walking around looking cute. So it's like, it's kind of given that you looking at your face and you just like, bro, it's given that it's the principle that you not winning the fight and not it's the principle of what, because it's like, what is the principle? You started with her first episode one saying that these people boring, so it's just like, what's the principle? Big Ivory? Like, I want to know, like, I'm not getting it. So then Summer walks in because they're discussing, you know, Summer. And Ivory just straight asks Summer, like, is you cool? And Summer's just like, is you cool? And apparently Ivory's issue with Summer is that Summer was kind of siding with Big Lex. And Ivory's just like, are you going to keep siding with your friend? And Summer's just like, you know, she kind of F with Ivory, but at the same time, you know, Big Lex is her friend. And they kind of just agree to disagree because it's like, you are going to take up for Jazz and you are going to fight me for taking up for Jazz. And you know that's my op. Why would I not do the same for Big Lex? And that's my friend. And no lie, I kind of agree. Ivory did tell the truth to Summer about one thing though. She was just like, I stood in front of Jazz because you keep picking with her. And Summer's just like, no, she keep messing with me. And it's like, I don't get why Summer's not understanding that her obsession with Jazz is coming from her. It's like Jazz just wanted to sit down in her corner and talk about Cash Doll and how she smashed 42 Doug all day. Like, she is not worried about Summer. She wants to show off her chains. And now she added her California King bet in it. Like, she's not worried about you. So Summer, you need to stop giving Jazz clout off of your name and your storyline by, you know, just picking with her. Like, you keep picking with her. So it's just like, for her, like, no lie, like, Ivory, no lie, she should have ran up on Summer for picking with her, because it's just like, you gonna pick on Jazz, how about you pick on me? Okay, but then Summer just like, you know, yeah, they can agree to disagree. Like, I don't like Jazz, you don't like Big Lex, but at the same time, Lex is my girl, and apparently you cool with Jazz. So it's just like, I guess. But Summer said in her confessional, not to Ivory, that it seemed like, you know, Ivory just mad that she keep getting beat up by Big Lex. And it's just like, yeah, Ivory just seemed like she kind of upset that she can't get Big Lex how she want to. So it's just like, yeah, Summer, you are right. And Ivory, you are right by saying that, yeah, Summer keep picking with Jazz. It's like, yeah, that was the truth. That was the truth. But then the OGs are on their way to the Wild 'N Out tour, and they're talking about the room switching thing, and all of them are still on the whole, oh my gosh, it was a joke, like, we didn't think you were gonna be upset, like, we can't play pranks in this house. But my thing is, when did they ever play pranks on Baddies? Like, I can't think of one time where they were playing pranks on people, so this prank just emerged out of nowhere, and y'all thought this was gonna be fun, like, no. And then Anna's sitting here saying, Natalie, you got these girls wanting to fight me. And it's just like, no, you put yourself in this by even inserting yourself into the issue. Like, Anna didn't have to say anything throughout this whole Ivory and Big Lex thing. Like, I know she said something like she picked the names, but it's like her even going back and forth with Big Lex, you didn't even have to say anything to her. So you sit here talking about these girls wanted to fight you. No, clearly you wanted some smoke too, because you jumped into it too. And you know Big Lex not dunking no smoke. So for her to sit here and say Natalie got girls trying to fight her. No, Anna, you got girls wanting to fight you because you wanted to run your mouth. So maybe you should stop running your mouth. So Yeah, how about that? Then the other girls are on their way, and Ivory gets on the bus at first, and she's just like, you know what? I'm not riding with y'all. I'm just about to take y'all liquor and leave. So she leaves, and Dolly says in her confessional, basically saying, you know, Ivory's mad that she, you know, lost her fight. You know, you can't lose them all. But it's like, nobody is saying this to her. Like, everybody's talking about Ivory. Everybody's talking about Ivory. But nobody's talking to Ivory. They're talking about her, but nobody's talking to her. But I get it. Y'all scared of Ivory. And it's just like, it's okay if y'all scared of Ivory. I would talk shit about Ivory in confessionals too and not say it to her face. So it's just like, I get it. But y'all on Baddies. I'm on here talking that shit, but y'all the ones on Baddies. Y'all like, DTV was correct when she said that she respect Big Lex, because Big Lex is the only one that's not scared of Ivory. Summer's talking about, and me, like, girl, no, because you in confessionals popping it too, and then just because you asked her, "Ho, is you cool?" and you said your piece about it, you still left that conversation, and in your confessional said something like, "Oh, you just mad because Big Lex beat you." Like, you should have said that to her. So it's just like, it's giving intimidation, and it's giving that you didn't want to fight Ivory, because when she stood in front of Jazz about the chain thing, you took a step back. So it's kind of giving scared of Ivory, no lie. Oh, but another thing, y'all, tell me why Dolly tried to call Jazz a 304, because apparently Jazz used to be a wildin' out girl, and she was telling them, you know, her experience and woo, and Dolly was just like, oh, so to be a wildin' out girl is basically being a wildin' out 304, and Jazz was just like, at least, you know, you gotta be chosen for it, and I was a paid one. And yeah, no lie, she ate that line, because it's like, you trying to call me out for, like, girl, what? That was so unprovoked. Like, why are you and Summer so obsessed with me? But then she called Jazz a 304, but 2 seconds later, she was like, maybe I should be Nick Cannon's 13th baby mama. If I was Jazz, I would have been like, oh, so you want to be a 304 too? Gotcha. Like, Jazz better than me, because I would have heard that comment and I would call her ass out. Because don't you dare ever sit here try to call me out, and then 5 seconds later, you backtrack and want to be somebody's 13th baby mama. It's giving ho ho ho. So then we find out that the person that kicked Diamond in the stomach last episode at the end as they were leaving the club was Pretty P's sister. So Pretty P's sister drove from Milwaukee to Chicago to punch DTV in the stomach. Pretty P said she didn't have anything to do with it. She said her sister is like 18, and you know, her sister, yeah, is just young and whatnot. And it's just like, okay, you didn't tell your sister to actually kick her in the stomach, but clearly you were talking crap about DTV to your sister, where your sister thought it was okay to even get physical with DTV. But Pretty P's just like, you know what, I can handle my own. I don't need my sister to do it. But it's just like, okay, cool. But the fact that your sister did it and is putting herself in it, like, that's kind of like an issue. But it seemed like Diamond didn't have an issue with it right then and there. However, Tinkerbell's in here talking about, oh, your sister old enough to get beat up. What? If I were Pretty P, it just would have been a fight on that bus, because who are you to say that my sister is old enough to get beat up? First of all, you acting like you got kicked in the stomach. Like, I like the whole Tinkerbell and DTV friendship, but it's like, girl, Tinkerbell, no lie. Just stay out of it. You're not the one that got kicked in the stomach, and DTV not even tripping about it. If she was tripping about it, then I can see it, but it's like, girl, yo friend not even tripping about it. So just relax. And Pretty P, she better than me for not saying anything. But it's just like, yeah, she probably didn't tell her sister, yeah, when that girl DTV come out, you need to punch her in the stomach. But it's just like, clearly, you told her something to the point where she triggered at the fact that she got to put her, where she feel like she got to put her hands on you. And it's just like, DTV, not like Diamond's been beating up Pretty P, so it's just like, you should have told your sister, like, yeah, nah, I got this, because this girl light work, like, I already handle her, like, so it's just like, yeah, no lie, I hate on these shows when outsiders come in. Like, y'all just keep y'all drama within the cast, because when other people get involved, it just makes it worse than what it was. Because y'all was sitting on the bus chilling, and now I feel like this problem is about to emerge again out of nowhere. So it's just like, Pretty P, tell your sister to stay out of it, please, for real. So then we go to the Wild and Out show, and it was interesting to say the least. Like, they looked cute, but Biggie and Shiseki's performance was cute. I love that song. What's the word? What we doing? Look at the way that I'm moving. However, when it got to the whole gang thing, I'm guessing Scotty thought, you know, I don't even know what to say. Like, why would she tell that? I don't even know what to say, but it was very, very, very not entertaining, very cringe. And the thing is, I'm glad that I got on TikTok and saw that as they were doing this, the crowd was just like, oh, ooh, and not like, yeah, the Baddies so funny. Because it's just like, I didn't laugh. Like, I thought it was very cringe. I thought it was very strange. It's like, you didn't have no other jokes. Like, everything with you is just ass, titties, and sex. Like, you don't, like, I hate that Scotty doesn't have anything else. Because I really do like Scotty. I think she's gorgeous, and she has a nice body. But it's like, I hate that, and she's very nice. But I hate that those are the only compliments that I can give her, because she's just so sexualized. And the thing is, she sexualizes herself, because it's like, girl, you didn't have any other jokes but to tell some dude to in your mouth. Like, that's what you wanted us to hear, like, as your funny joke. Like, you don't know how to be funny or goofy. Like, all you know how to do is, let's have a sex talk. Wait till it goes off. Lemon Pepper comes out and he gives Natalie her Baddie CEO chain, because, you know, last season she gave her Baddie's chain to Tinkerbell, and, you know, that's when that whole thing with her and Meatball happened, but that's neither here nor there. And no lie, the CEO Baddie's chain looked very nice. I'm glad she got it, because regardless what we can say about Natalie in this show, like, clearly they getting money, they coming up, because it's just like, shoot, they giving out chains left and right, and they going on tour, they doing this. It's like, no lie, I be talking crap about them, but it's like, shoot, clearly they doing better than me. So it's like, good for them, and no lie, good for Natalie, because I've been watching Bad Girls Club since Bad Girls Club came out. So it's just like, you know, shoot, good for Natalie. Now she got her CEO's Baddies chain, so good for her. Then afterwards, they do an after party, and then it's like the episode shuts off, and it's just like, no lie, good, because the whole Wild and Out thing was too cringe. Like, I was just like, okay, when is this episode about to be over? So yeah, after that, the episode shuts off, and it seemed like next week we gonna have Big Lex and Ivory again. It's just like, why are we still fighting? Nunu comes in, and it seemed like she beats up Biggie, and Anna jumps in, and DTV is mad over the kick again, and it's just like, and then on top of that, Summer's fighting Slim, and I don't think she knows Slim, so I'm confused about that, but I can't wait to find out. So when y'all see it, I'ma see it, and I'm gonna be back on here next Monday talking my shit about it. So in the meantime, just make sure that y'all really like, comment, subscribe, share, all that.